Another version, this is my body cream. And what I've actually done, I've just recycled a bottle. I've just put lotion base. Well, this is actually cream base, but I actually added more oil and made it more of a lotion. And if you could smell this, it's just so beautiful. I've added lemongrass, frankincense, and I think a bit of geranium in this, and it's such a beautiful mixture. But of course, lemongrass, I have to be careful, so I have to put it on way before I go out. But for me, it just keeps me going. It really is a beautiful blend. So this is an unscented lotion base that you can use, and that will you can use that, and then you just add your oil. You choose your drops of oil. So you calculate, which we'll talk about the calculations next week, and you just add the oil in, and you just there you go. And for me, the reason why I chose lemongrass is that for some reason it tends to help with my hay fever, and frankincense really helps me. It's a really busy time for me, so frankincense really grounds me and protects me. It's kind of a spiritual protecting oil. So when I'm working with clients, I'm able to feel very clear and grounded. And the jasmine and rose is self-nurturing. So I have all those in one. So it's like a companion, but a body lotion. So it's really, really good. The oils are amazing. Again, what I have here is an unscented, and I stock these as well if you want to. But this is 250 ml. It's a plain base. Now, what I do to keep this being not contaminated from germs, I use the spatula to get the product out. But I don't actually add any oils to this big base. I get smaller jars and I put them in, and I create little face creams with them. So I use a frankincense and rose face cream, and then I rotate it perhaps with some chamomile. It depends on the seasons, and that's what you'll be able to do. Summertime, my skin may be more oily, so I would want a more balancing, like geranium. Wintertime might need more nourishment, so frankincense and rose. So base cream, again, this is how you can use the oils. It's amazing. You can also get shampoo bases. So again, if you've got hair loss and you want to increase your hair growth, put some rosemary in a shampoo base. Or if you just want to use a shower gel to wake yourself up and feel confident, geranium, you cannot go wrong with geranium. So it's really amazing to work with the oils. And I hope that's helped so far in terms of our blends. So we have our 24, 30 mils. I'm going to measure that because that does no way look like 24 mils. So I'm going to add a bit more of the oil. I always had this problem when I massage. I'm not very good at that because I'll end up being poor. So what I can do, I can put this actually in a smaller jar, which is like this. But more than likely, if I'm going to be massaging, I'm going to use all this up. So it actually looks like I'm keeping insects. So that just doesn't work if you're massaging somebody. So we're going to be covering lavender. And now we're going to talk about lavender. Lavender essential oil is underrated as an oil. I think that people think of lavender and they say, oh God, it reminds me of old ladies and violets and everything. But the smell from the violets that you get is a more synthetic type of lavender. Real lavender is very subtle. It can be strong, but it has a really balancing effect. And lavender is just like the penicillin of essential oils because it literally is good for everything. I'm talking asthma, insect bites, bedwetting, abscesses, insomnia, nervousness, tearfulness, migraine, neck pain, arthritis, stings, sunburn, burns as well. Like if you burn your skin, the first thing you should do is put lavender on it. It's really amazing. It stops the skin from scarring. It's good for cuts, blisters, bedwetting, um, acne, abscesses, and that's the physical conditions that lavender is really good for. The psychological conditions is it's really good for the chakras, especially the third eye and the crown chakra. It's an amazing oil for that. So it's really good for meditation and connecting you. So it will help you breathe slowly, but it'll also open up the higher chakras, which we only want to really open up if we're grounded anyway, but it does that. It's a balancing oil. The psychological conditions for lavender, it's good when you have a fear of failure, if you've had shock, so if you've had bad news and you don't have a rescue remedy, which is a flower remedy, which is good for shock, you can inhale some lavender. If you're impatient, because it slows you down, if you're feeling insecure, if you have mood swings and negative thoughts, overwork, paranoia, it's good for panic attacks because again it helps you breathe more slowly. So it's good for all those conditions where you're really nervous and unsure of yourself. And lavender puts you back into your body. And when I say back into your body, it makes you exhale more better and to steady your nerves. I had a client, she was studying and she was assisting this really quite forceful man. And she came to see me for aromatherapy consultation. And she was really, really nervous. And I said to her, let's just get you just balanced first. And we'll work with lavender, because she was really funny about smells. And a really highly sensitive individual. So I thought, we'll start with something gentle. I mean, there is other oils that I could have used. But intuitively, I felt lavender would have been more easy for her to manage as opposed to something grounded and protecting like frankincense, but can also bring the emotions to the surface. And for her, she hadn't been sleeping for a while. And by using the lavender in the bath and in the massage, she, just for a week, she came back the next week and said, I just feel so much different. The difference of having really deep sleep has really, really helped me, and it was gentle enough for me to just take a deep breath and not take my boss so personally. So his remarks or his attitude towards me, and for her it really, really helped. I had another person that had slight balding at the front, and I used a blend of lavender and rosemary to help the hair growth. But what the lavender also did, because again it's an oil that helps you relax, it actually enabled this person to sleep better, which in turn assisted with the hair growth, the cell rejuvenation, and also allowed that person to relax. And so it relaxed her forehead and her follicles. So she was able to feel much more present and grounded. And this is the beauty of lavender, because it works on all areas. And penicillin is actually modelled from the effects that lavender has. So it's definitely an oil to have in a first aid cabinet. And it's an oil that is so profound in terms of how it works with you. So for me, I see lavender as the first helper of aromatherapy. But the helper that's totally misunderstood has a perfume or an oil for ladies.